But let me track back a bit to answer the question that was asked my colleague about how did we get it wrong. If you looked at the quality of leaders that were produced in the First Republic, they seem to be very different from the kind of leaders that you began to see after the coup. And the coup is one of that's coup d'etats, I think about 4 or 5 of them or 6 of them that happened in Nigeria between 1966, twice in 1960s. Coup is a very costly way of changing government, because some of them who were just appointed ministers into a government that were overthrown, some of them ended up in prison, some of them ended up dying in the process of. So that began to scare away people from governance positions, because by just being in government, you could wake up one morning and then they tell you that military has struck, and this is how wives and children will no longer see their father, sometimes for months if you are lucky to be imprisoned. If you are not lucky, you get killed. So because the cost is high, that the risk is very high, intellectuals began to find ways to stay out of it. They rather go to their classrooms, they rather go to their businesses where they can predict outcomes better. Not 100%, but you are sure that nobody will wake up one morning and they say that's cool, they are killing everybody in government or they're imprisoning everybody in government. And because of that, this tends to attract the rogues. Anytime you see high risk ventures, there are certain people it appeals to. Take for instance drug peddling and drug use. In countries like Malaysia, Singapore, you find that they have capital punishments for drug peddling. But you find also that there are people who are willing to do drug peddling even in those countries. So now look at the nature of people who are attracted to doing drug business, and also look at the nature of people who are attracted to doing Nigerian politics. So because of that, even when politics came back full in 1999, a lot of the good people were looking at it with suspicion, because they thought that maybe after 3 or 4 years or 5 years again that these people will come back. It is now, I think, 19 years or is it 20 years of unbroken democracy, and we're beginning to find that the country is a bit stable, so to speak, in that regard, and you're beginning to see again the quality of people. Nigerian politics is beginning to attract the P2Bs of this world, the Professor Soludos of this world, and a whole lot of them, right? And when military coup was rife, P2B would prefer to do his business. Soludo would prefer to stay in CBN or become a World Bank consultant, as against running for office and the chance of getting killed. So that's how I explain that. But that's not the only explanation, but he adds to it. All right.